What's going on, YouTube? Look where the fuck me and Bryant Valdez are, right?
Fucking Dubai, mate.
Just two kids from Melbourne. But today, we wanted to sort of come together and create a YouTube video for you guys, sort of breaking down our journey, our experience, how just two 21-year-old tradies from Melbourne have made it to a place like this, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's not even been a year. And this is our second time back in Dubai now, but
Like what? 3 months? 4 months?
yeah, 3 months ago we were here. It is crazy, bro. But for a lot of you who are still, I guess, in the position we were 6 or 7 months ago,
Skeptical and taking action.
and working construction jobs and probably seeing other people, I guess, making money online and it seeming so far away, it really isn't. And we're pretty much living proof of that. So I wanted to break down how we got here, because as I said, it really wasn't that long ago we were in the high vis, working 5 or 6 days a week, and it truly can change when you begin to surround yourself around the right group of people and get the support you need. Basically a quick introduction for me is 21 from Melbourne, down Geelong ways. Actually only live 40 minutes away from this motherfucker, which is crazy. Didn't even know this guy this time last year. 21 years old, like you, 21 years old.
21.
I was a chippy, 4th year carpentry apprentice before getting into this. And the main reason for me looking to get into this space specifically was mainly having no freedom, the pay being really undermining, and just not feeling valued at all, having no freedom, and just really just wasn't fulfilling the life I wanted to live. And I was never really going to get ahead or live a fulfilling life ever. So probably like a lot of you guys, they were pretty much my reasons, bro. Just wanting to have that freedom to just live life on my own terms, and not have a boss to answer to, and just really set myself up for the future, and really just get to experience life for what it's made for, not spend my whole youth just staring at fucking timber walls all day. So that was basically I guess my backstory as to why I got into this, where I'm from, how old I am. But for you, Brian, pretty similar story, but run us through it.
So, me, I wanted to get into the online space because just like this motherfucker, he always, wanted that freedom as well. And that's for me as well. I wanted that freedom to like enjoy life, bro, because what's the point in life if you can't really enjoy what it has to give, right?
Yeah.
Like for real. And, growing up for me in a third world country, especially, like I had nothing, no money, pretty much, living paycheck to paycheck. My parents used to always just fucking like give all their money to like the family and stuff. Parents moved abroad, and all of us pretty much grew up in the Philippines. Me and my 3 siblings grew up in the Philippines with my grandma, then moved over to New Zealand. So not Melbourne yet. So New Zealand, and then from there, 10 years in there, moved over to Melbourne. And 2 years ago, pretty much, stuck into scaffolding and construction, got into it, and I was just like, feeling stuck, and just living the same life every single day. And I was like, I was done. I had to make a change, and yeah.
It's crazy, bro. Come from a third world country, now he's here, making 20, 30K a month, getting to travel fucking Dubai. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro, to see, where people actually come from. Like, everyone's journey is different, but it's probably one of the craziest stories to come from a third world country, obviously, where it's probably the complete opposite to a place like this. Only been 21 to being here now.
It's crazy.
But yeah, that's sort of a brief introduction. So, if we backtrack to sort of when this all got started, sort of the journey to, I guess, what ultimately led to us being able to leave our job 6 or 7 months ago now. For you, bro, when do you feel like, or when was, sort of day one of your journey, when you, sort of decided to take action, on an opportunity, and get mentorship from, our mentors at ABC now?
So for me, it started, when I got into scaffolding. I was just doing it every single day, and I was so done with it. I tried other ways as well to make money online, not just, what we're doing now, high ticket sales, digital drop shipping. I tried affiliate marketing, the normal drop shipping. You know, everyone knows that. You know, miserably failed because I was just literally just watching YouTube videos and literally getting nowhere because there was no guidance from, you know, mentors or someone that's actually done it.
Yeah.
And that's when I went the route of like getting a mentor, getting taught from someone who's actually gone through that path that I'm trying to go on now. And literally a month into learning high ticket sales and digital drop shipping, I made $1,000 straight after being taught from the guys that have already gone through that path. So
Crazy, bro. And what date was that, bro? Like if we try like pinpoint it to like, you know, the journey.
So if we were to pinpoint that, it would be December 27, 2023.
Yeah.
So literally just before New Year's of
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah. So it's just gone a year for you, bro.
Yeah, bro, for real. How about you, man? When did you start your online journey?
Yeah, so like sort of the same, bro. I was like looking into it for probably 6 to 12 months, trying to teach myself through YouTube and things of that nature, thinking, you know, I don't really need the help, but, you know, pretty much got absolutely nowhere. And yeah, to sort of pinpoint it to a date, it was around the beginning of April, 2nd of April is when, yeah, I decided to, obviously jump into, ABC, and yeah, get that guidance that I was sort of lacking, and yeah, join the community with everyone. But yeah, it was a crazy experience, like going from those 6 to 12 months where, you know, I was trying to teach myself and got absolutely nowhere. I just remember the first 2 weeks probably progressing more in regards to my skill sets, my knowledge, just from 2 weeks of actually having that proper guidance, knowledge and training compared to, you know, the 6 to 12 months I was just trying to teach myself on YouTube. And, you know, it's obviously a bit of a risk, but, you know, obviously looking back on it now, it's a risk we take 100 times over. But for me, I know you said it was about a month for you to sort of replace your income in a week. It took a bit longer for me. It was probably around, you know, 3 months where I, actually started to see results. But it was also one of those things where, you know, if I hadn't put my back against the wall and invested pretty much everything I had saved into it, would I have kept going for those 3 months after seeing results? Probably not. And now, you know, you probably know yourself, I was seeing results. I wasn't seeing results for ages, but then when I started to, it really took off. So it was probably 3 months where I sort of had my first big day where I made around $1,000, and then it started to take off from there. But yeah, we've mentioned sort of how we only live like 40 minutes away from each other. When was the first time we sort of started to, I guess, connect and then actually link up?
I guess it was pretty much you, bro. You reached out to me first, you know, asking how to appointment set, which is in the high ticket sales side, and pretty much asking me my journey as well, and you know how I was able to successfully like do it in that space, and yeah, pretty much gave you some pointers. And first, bro, when you asked me we wanted to meet up, I said like no, because I didn't know you personally, and I was like, oh, I just left you open, but now then after that. When did you start seeing results again? Like 2 to 3 months, yeah?
Yeah, it was 3 months in, bro. So it was around June, July.
June, July, that's pretty much when, you know, I was like, oh shit, this guy's actually doing pretty good for himself, being in the space within the past like 3 months and getting results. So yeah, we met up, me, you, and Nelson met up, and after that, what happened, bro?
Just started to take off, bro. It was crazy for all of us, really, as well. Like, it was, and that was like another thing as well. Like, obviously surrounding yourself around people who are doing really well. Bryant is known in ABC as probably one of the best setters that ABC's produced. And you know, he gives me shit about it a bit now that we're here. That I was coming and sucking him off a bit for help. But you know, at the end of the day, it's the power of network and community. You know, having access to someone like that, especially for me as a complete beginner. And I know some of the stuff you taught me definitely, you know, went a long way to, you know, those early days where, you know, I was starting to make commissions from setting and things like that. That's also like another thing where it's like, would I have seen the results I did without, you know, having surrounded myself around people like yourself, around people like Nelson, and then actually having, I guess, the ability to, meet up with you guys because you're only 40 minutes down the road. So, yeah, met up, and I think we met up a few weeks after that, and that's when I went from making that $1,000 a day to a month later I made 10K in a week.
Single week, bro, which is crazy.
This guy went from like, who the fuck's this Cooper Ward cunt to fuck?
And yeah, pretty much for my success as well, I just want to add on to what he said. Surrounding yourself with like-minded people like me, him, the bro Chief at the background. I actually put the bro on around the same time you jumped on as well. And now look, he's here. Surrounded myself with these motherfuckers, and now we're here in Dubai, living our best life, not having to worry about waking up, to another job site, to an alarm, and going to a job site, working for 8-10 hours straight, and repeating that for the next 50 years, bro. Yeah. Crazy how life can change within the next couple months once you lock in.
Yeah. It's crazy how it comes full circle as well. Like I think Chief out there joined 2 weeks after me, and Bryant helped him get into the space. Me and Chief did his first appointment setting role play with me, and now it's pretty surreal getting to meet this kind of people in person and see how far everyone's sort of grown from those early days where we were all just stepping into the space, sort of as noobs, just full on spastics in construction with no skills at all. But for you, bro, like how long from the 27th of December to when you were actually able to leave your job? What was that sort of time frame?
So for me, it took about 4 months for me to leave my job. And then since then, it's just, consistent growth ever since. Being able to travel around the world. I've traveled to Bali, New Zealand, Dubai with this guy, Singapore as well. And where were we last week, bro? We were in Bali. This was crazy, for real.
It's crazy, bro. And what was the feeling like when you were actually able to leave your job? Like, do you remember the day, I guess, you handed in your 2 weeks, and then also the day when you clocked off for the last time? That feeling?
Yeah, well, I remember it was actually on May 21st, 2024. Yeah. That was when I handed in my 2 weeks notice, and by June 1st, I was out of there, and finally turned off the alarms. No worries, mate. Woke up, no alarm, and pretty much locked in, and a week after that, pretty much started making more money. Yeah. How about you, man? When did you decide to, you wanted to leave your job?
Yeah. So it all pretty much happened pretty quick. So we mentioned that 10K week before. A few days after that happened, I went from 3 months in not seeing results to having that $1,000 a day. Yeah. The next month making 10K in a week, to a few days after that, handing in my 2 weeks. And I remember before it was really scary. Obviously you're not going to have guaranteed income. It's an uncomfortable thing to do. But also knowing that the 4 months of hard work I put in with no results, with always the end goal first off to being able to leave my job, and then reaching that point, it was a pretty surreal feeling. But I think it all did kick in. The 2 weeks, when I handed in my 2 weeks, that 2 weeks after that, they went real slow. And I was still just hurry up. But then, I think the last hour on my last day, that was I was sort of just looking around the jobs. I'm like, holy fuck, I'm not going to have to do this again. It wasn't really emotional. I was like, holy fuck, I've actually done it. It's not even been 6 months. If it took 12 months, I'd be happy. It was around, I think you said 4 months. I think I was at 4.5, 5 months. And in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot of time to really sacrifice into learning new skills, and it just goes to show what is possible. But I think getting home from work that day, sort of just taking my nail bag off for the last time, taking my boots off for the last time, just getting home, and I just remember cooking dinner that night and just going, holy fuck, and then just turning my alarms off. I was like, holy fuck. But just pretty much straight back to work after that. It seems like so long ago now, which it sort of was. It's 4 or 5 months ago now.
But time goes quick once you're locked in, and you just want to be successful in life. But yeah, man.
100%. I think yeah, that's probably one of the, like for you guys watching this, that is probably one of the most surreal feelings ever. And it's so achievable as well. You literally just need to get started. But for you, bro, like, so that's sort of like, the journey. When you got started, how long till you saw results, how long till you were able to actually leave your job. But what about, life now? I know, you mentioned you've pretty much been traveling, but, what's it really looks like having that freedom? Obviously you've got a missus as well, being able to treat her to nice things. What does life look like for you now? What have you sort of got planned for the future as well?
Life looks great, but for real great. Being able to travel, like I mentioned before, and money-wise as well, like it's pretty good. Making money online, being able to travel and do things, without having to ask your boss to take leaves off and stuff. It's great, man. It's great, 100%. And what would you say the next question was, bro?
I guess your plans for the future, say the next 6 months.
Next 6 months, bro, pretty much, move over to Dubai, for real. Is that something that you're wanting to do? Move over to Dubai and pretty much just grind here with all the other boys as well inside the community, and yeah, hopefully become millionaires in 2025. That is pretty much our goals in 2025. Become millionaires, 100K months, and live our best life, and yeah, create a legacy for our families, pretty much.
100%, brother. 100%.
For you, bro, like what you've asked me before as well, what is pretty much your goals for the next 6 months?
Yeah, so my plans for the future, pretty much similar. Like after we get back from Dubai, probably gonna go up to the Gold Coast, get away from Melbourne for a bit, just really lock in for a few months, and I'm hoping to be over here full time, within the next 3 or 4 months. But just really taking it to that next level. A lot of the most successful people, it takes 4, 5, 6 years for them to really hit that stage of the come up. But for us, it's probably credit to what ABC provides. 6 months to really have that big break. To where we've both made over 6 figures within our first year. The sky's really the limit at this point. So obviously chasing that first milli. This year, there's nothing saying we won't get there. So chasing that, even if we get half of it, it's still half a mil. Like the higher you set, the higher goals you set for yourself, even if you get halfway there, you're still doing pretty good. So that's pretty much the plan, probably for the next 6 months. But yeah, life now is just, it's just crazy, bro. Like, me and you, we've pretty much just been, traveling together non-stop. Gone from, sort of just meeting each other to
Flying to another country.
flying, catching flights whenever we get bored. Getting out of Melbourne when the weather's shit. But yeah, second time back here in Dubai. Been to Bali a couple of times now. So yeah, that's pretty much life now. But yeah, that's sort of how two motherfuckers like us have made it out of Melbourne, out of the trades. And if it really just goes to show that like anyone can do this shit, but you do need the right people around you who have the same, I guess, the same mindset and are on the same path as you. Because 100%, I think you could vouch on this as well. Like if you were to go at this alone, it'd be pretty hard. But there's so many people in Australia, bro, in Melbourne, who 20, 21, 22, working trades and things of that nature, who do want more with their life, but they just don't know where to go or how to start. But it's more than achievable. You just need to find that vehicle, I guess, which we luckily found, I guess, to get us there. But sort of capping all this off as we look into the backdrop. I was just dabbling on it a bit there for anyone watching this who does want to make that change in 2025. We were in your shoes. As we film this, it's like January the 24th, 25th right now. We were in your shoes this time last year, right? We were still working full-time jobs. We were earning $1,000 a week. We were no different to you. So there's no reason, this time next year at the start of 2026, you guys watching this can't be in this fucking position. Like, I know it might seem fucking ridiculous, but there's like literally no proof is in the pudding right here, bro. So, Furo, what would be the biggest piece of advice you could give to someone watching this who, is ready to put in the work and wants to make that change to ultimately, start living a life like this? Because we're no different to these motherfuckers. We just, really took action.
The best advice is I'll definitely give to someone who's wanting to start is pretty much just start, bro. You're not gonna be, it's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be, you're not gonna get anything right at the start. But once you start and just start learning, that's when everything's gonna click. Everything's gonna, go into place once you start learning. And yeah, 2 to 3 months time, you'll see results, and from then, like, I don't know.
Yeah. That's like, it's pretty like, for advice for like a complete beginner, bro, it's literally that. Like, people will think of,
Hold on.
people will think of like 1,000 different reasons not to start. What if it doesn't work out? And, if I were to give my best piece of advice to someone who's a complete beginner in this space, it's literally the exact same thing as Bryant just said. And it might sound cliche, but it is literally just to get started, because once you take that step, you're already halfway there. The reason 99% of people will fail is simply because they won't take the opportunity to get started. And if they do, it's a half-assed attempt. So put your back against the wall, actively look for ways and people, and get the help you need. Because, think of it this way, right? A lot of it is mindset. So, one of the big ones I adapted, ultimately before joining ABC was, how can I really fail if, I find someone who's made millions of dollars from the thing and is living the life I want to be living, and they have the skills I need to live that life. How can I fail if I implement all the skills they teach me? It doesn't really make sense, right? So, adapt that mindset. You can't really fail no matter how stupid you are. Like, I'm one of the dumbest motherfuckers you'll ever meet. This guy too. Like, did you finish school?
I did not finish school. Yeah. When did you graduate?
No. I dropped out at 17. So, it's literally just to get started. Surround yourself around the right people and get the help you need, because it doesn't make sense. Like, people think they can just like fucking become millionaires off YouTube, and it doesn't make, like, how are you going to make $1 million teaching yourself? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. But if you're learning of someone who's been there and done it, it's a lot more achievable. We didn't just make this sort of money and got to live this life just because we got lucky. Like, there was a lot of hard work that was put in. But yeah, that's pretty much like, the best piece of advice I could give to a complete beginner right now is to just get started, and reach out to people like Brian and myself. Like, ask for help. That's what I did. Like, I saw people in the space. Reach out. Like, if you want to message us, reach out to us and talk to us more about our experience and our journey and how we got into the space as well. Don't be afraid to reach out to people that you are seeing that you relate to, and who are in the position you want to be in, because at the end of the day, they're the people you want to be surrounding yourself with, and the people you want to be getting help from are those who are in the position you want to be in. So yeah, I'll link my Instagram down below as well as Brian's. But that's pretty much it, bro. How two tradies from Melbourne, 21 years old, have made it to Dubai.
Fucking Dubai, mate.
It's still us. It still like feels so surreal to be here, bro. Like, sometimes, like, when I get up in the morning, come out and have a coffee, I look out there, I'm like,
how
is this fucking real? Like, it's fucking green screen or what? But crazy story, bro. And we see shit like this every day in ABC, like just wins. And it's
normal people as well who
literally,
used to
bro,
have a job
literally
that took action and got to their situation now as well.
Yep. It's crazy. But yeah, as I said, I'll link our Instagrams down below if you want to speak to us about our journey, our experience. But as I said, bro, there's no reason, if you don't actively try and get help from people like myself or Bryant, that you can't be in this position this time next year. Easily, bro, easily. You just need to, get the help you need, and just take action. It's not day one. It's not one day. It's got to be day one. You got to get started. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed. This is just the beginning. Hopefully, we're out here living here full time within a few months. But yeah, peace.
Peace.